Ooh, what's up guys, JohnOrigins here. Today I have a Pokemon Showdown live in the RU tier for you guys, and it is around about suspect time for everyone. Every tier apart from NU is like doing a suspect test currently. UU is resuspecting Victini, OU is giving Landorus Eye the boot, and RU wants to take it to the next level and give two Pokemon the potential to leave the tier, that being Reuniclus and Noivern. Before I get into the team preview today, I'm going to talk about them for just a small while. So in the description will be at one point you can skip to just to get to the battles and to the team previews respectively. But obviously you can see the team preview there, so you know what team I'm using. First off, Reuniclus. Reuniclus is getting the suspect test on the go, which, you know, it's a difficult one, this suspect test, because both the Pokemon I'm not sure if they should go or not. Mainly because I usually can deal with them quite sufficiently. Reuniclus, starting off with, its main threats are obviously Calm-Minded and Trick Room. Trick Room, if you set up a Trick Room with Reuniclus, you just destroy everything. There are no real switch-ins, and you're guaranteed to get at least one kill for the most part, as long as you play it properly. And then, because it's Trick Room, it can support a whole team if you play it correctly and if you build a team around it. So, I know, it's just very, very, very strong. And with the loss of Pokemon like Cresselia and Slowking, Reuniclus became a lot stronger. And also when Doublade left as well, because if you ran Speed Investment and Doublade, you can outspeed most variants of Reuniclus and destroy them before they're set with Trick Room with a combination of Shadow Claw plus Shadow Sneak. So it just lost a check and some counters during the last move changes, and it really, especially defensively, Pokemon really cannot do much to it. The best, maybe Registeel, but then Registeel can do nothing in return because of its amazing ability, Magic Guard, so it can't be Toxic Stalled or anything like that. And on the flip side, if you want to run like a gimmicky thing, or it's not even a gimmick, like a Choice Specs variant of Reuniclus with Regenerator, it's just as powerful, and you get survivability with Regenerator. It's really, really insane how strong Reuniclus is as a Pokemon, and in this current RU meta, it's really shining because of how offensively the meta is playing. If you set up a Trick Room, Pokemon just can't survive. On the flip side, there's Calm-Mind, which has always been very strong. Physically defensive, it just eats up physical attacks like a champ, and then sets up a couple of Calm-Minds that just sweeps through someone's team. That has minimal counters. Skuntank is one of them because it has Punishment, which, you know, if you didn't know, it's base 60, but then it's boosted by 20 for each boost your opponent Pokemon have, so it becomes very powerful punishment. It can destroy Reuniclus, but apart from that, there's not many things that can deal with it effectively if it's mono attacking. Dark types obviously counter it, but there aren't that many dark types left that are viable outside of Drapion, so that's something that has to be considered. So I don't know, I'm not sure if it's to be banned yet. I haven't made my decision yet, but obviously leave your guys' opinion in the description, in the comment section below. The second Pokemon being set up for suspect is Noivern. Noivern recently came down from UU, and it is quite a menace. It is very powerful. Choice Specs does a lot of damage to teams, but I feel like it shouldn't go, really. I'm actually going to flip, because I have a Noivern on this team. I'll flip to the team preview here, and it doesn't have the best special attack in the world. Choice Specs obviously is very powerful, and it also has access to Switcheroo, which can cripple walls, but apart from that, I never really have any issues with it. Late game, it can come in and sweep. The flying type Stab, Hurricane, or Air Slash is very powerful, but I feel like there are a lot of checks to it, and it doesn't break through teams as long as you prepare for it. And it's such a common Pokemon, why wouldn't you prepare for it? It's not like it's game changing, because they're very common Pokemon in the RU tier that can switch into Noivern, as long as predictions are right, of course. Most Steel types, Gabalion, Steelix, Registeel can switch in very, very freely. Sometimes if it's locked into a fire type move or a flying type move, Tyrantium can come in for free, set up a couple of Dragon Dance potentially. And stuff like that. Obviously it can run Focus Blast, which is very scary, but that obviously has a chance to miss. And obviously I don't feel like it's that powerful because of the checks that it has, and anything relatively specially defensive can take a hit or two. It's not that much of a problem. In the live that you'll see here, which I've recorded, Air Slash specially defensive Reuniclus does like 30%. So it's not exactly the most powerful thing in the block, and it's Draco Meteor is a very powerful stab move, but with the -2 that it grants, it becomes weaker over time, and you can just get switches in there. So I'm not really sure about the Noivern. I'll have to use it a bit more to find out, but from what I can tell, it's not that broken. And there's a lot of ice types in RU right now: Galele, Sneasel, Lapras, all with access to Ice Shard, all that absolutely demolished Noivern. Noivern doesn't have the best defensive in the world. It has decent HP. I think it's base 85 HP, but Ice Shard's still going to be doing a lot to it, which is it's a weak point. And it's outspared by most common Scarfers. I think it's from Emboar is probably the slowest Scarfer that you're getting, are you? And that outspeeds it, so I don't know. I don't really feel like it's that broken. So I would probably vote for it not to go, but obviously I'd like to hear you guys' feelings about that in the comment section below and see if you think it should go. I'm honestly not too sure about it. But let's get into the team here. The team preview today. We're going to be using it's a fun team. Ironically, it's actually kind of weak to Noivern, but but screw that. First of all, we have Gallade, because Gallade, fucking hell, because Gallade recently dropped down to the IU tier. After it got a Mega Evolution, which looks amazing, by the way. It went to UU, and I think maybe it was yesterday. It went down to RU. I wasn't aware of this until my friend told me, and I've been using it, and it's a very, very, very good, very, very, very good mon. Purely because I don't know, it's relatively bulky. It's got like base 115 special defense. That's really good. Decent typing as well, so you can take them fighting type attacks that are relatively common in RU, and it has really good coverage, and especially late game it can sweep. One of the most common Pokemon right now in the IU tier, I would say, is Cobalion, and you take nothing from Cobalion's attack. It's normally leftover Sword Stance or Lumberry Sword Stance with Cobalion, and Iron Head doesn't 2-hit KO you, and Close Combat doesn't either. Oh wait, Iron Head might do, but it might 2-hit KO you, but as long as you're decently healthy because you have Drain Punch, you will be okay. And if they decide to flinch you with the Iron Head, I'm actually running the ability Steadfast over Justified, because if I get flinched against a Cobalion, I get +1 speed, and that enables me to outspeed and then retaliate with a Drain Punch, allowing me to live another one, or OHKO it if I'm at +2. Justified isn't really that important to me because of the lack of Dark types about. So I don't really need it. Knockoff's prevalent, but I don't want my Lumberry knocked off anyway, so why would I encourage it just to get a +1 boost? It's not really worth it. I think Steadfast is a lot better currently, and it just destroys stuff, and it's a welcome back to Gallade today, which is always nice to see. Next up, we just have Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is standard dot on every team because it's such a good Pokemon. Just destroys fairy types and all that jazz. In the live, I am actually running the wrong speed investment. I ran 8 less speed, and I needed to run 117 to outspeed Togetic, because Togetic hits 160 and I was running 115. What a disgrace. But I changed it on the team now, so in the paste bin below, it will not be as terrible. So that's fine. Otherwise than that, Six just sets up Stealth Rocks and is a happy bunny about it. Relatively strong Pokemon. There's not much to say about it. It just does the work all the time, basically. And it's a semi Noivern switching, except for Flamethrower. But I should be able to live 1, even though I'm not especially defensive. Focus Blast, I'll probably get bot. But if he leads with it, I'll most likely stay with my Sturdy, and I do that quite a lot. So just to get rid of Noivern, because it's such a problem. Next up, we have Skuntank, the weak link of the squad. I've been using this team a few times now. Skuntank has never done any work. Maybe it's the moveset I'm running. I'm running Punishment, Defog, Poison Jab, and Sucker Punch. I'm running Punishment for the aforementioned Reuniclus, like I did in the Suspect discussion. And Sucker Punch is nice priority because I don't really have any priority on this team outside of this. And Poison Jab just for fairy types. I was tempted to run like Fire Blast, but then I realized that especially defensive Mega Steelix takes like 30% from max special attacks Skuntank's Fire Blast, so wasn't really worth me running it. So I just decided to run this, and it's been kind of useless so far. It defogs, which is nice, and all that I'm using it for the most part is I switch it in, get a defog off, or I leave it as Sleep Fighter, and then I make a double switch into one of my fighting types and start destroying some things, because Skuntank, although useless, does lure in a lot of Pokemon, and it gives me the advantage, so it's good in that sense, but apart from that, it can be quite useless. But I'll keep it for now, and my EV spread's a bit weird as well, but I just ran 52 EVs just to be a bit speedier. I think it outspeeds Golbat, but I haven't seen a Golbat in months, so I don't know what's happening there. Next up, Noivern. Choice specs, nice and powerful. Switcher is great. Draco Meteor just bam, 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 bam. And it's my quote-unquote Cobalion check, because Cobalion's kind of a problem. And I have Infiltrator, so if it's a sub SD set, which is quite common, I just bop it with a flamethrower and it OHKOs after the sub damage. And it outspeeds in general, and air slash will just flinch it to death, so that's fine with me. It can take 1 Iron Head unboosted, so I can switch it in once to make some sort of offensive play, but you kind of have to do that late game for it to do anything good. So that's Noivern. That's kind of what it's there for, to be honest. Choice Specs just hit stuff hard, so that's fine with me. Embor is here. I needed a Choice Scarfer. I needed a Choice Scarfer that outsped OHKO Cobalion, because I'm quite paranoid about that Pokemon. So I went with this Embor. It's really, really strong. The only problem that I do have that it's just slower than bloody Tyrantrum. Oh, and I hate facing Scarf Tyrantrum. It is very powerful. It can destroy my team if I play recklessly with my Steelix. Embor is kind of there as my secondary Pokemon for Cobalion. And it's just a common wall breaker because I haven't seen Alomomola since the move changes. No one's been using it. So it's been a really good addition. It's been doing a lot of work. One of the standout Pokemon. I could swap out Earthquake for Sucker Punch. I haven't used Earthquake yet. Sucker Punch will probably come in handy. So I'll do that at some point potentially. Obviously, if you guys take the team, please put that into consideration. And then finally, we have Reuniclus. I needed a pivot and I needed something a bit bulkier because all my Pokemon are relatively offensive at this point. It's a very offensively based team. So I have a specially defensive Reuniclus. Acts as a ground immunity and also an electric resist, so that's nice. It Will-O-Wisp spreads the burns, and Volt Switch is good for pivot. So bam, that's the team. I like it. It's not the greatest in terms of taking hits and balance, but offensively it does a lot of work, especially for Gallade. Gallade's surprisingly bulky and can set up on a lot of Pokemon. It beats Tangrowth one-on-one, which is nice. I will leave you to my past self to indulge you with a live. So if you guys enjoy it, make sure you leave a like rating, and I really like the support that I've been getting recently, especially with these team reviews, because these take ages. I've probably been working on these for about an hour and a half this morning. It's been a lot of fun though, so that's nice. But anyway, guys, yeah, see you in the first game. Alright guys, we got one here against a guy called Spetsnaz. Shit name, I admit. But one thing I have just noticed, you will not be able to see, it will be off screen, but obviously the Ignore Spectators button has been recently additionalized to Showdown at the top right usually, but obviously I've got the thing stretched out so you won't see it. But there's also an Ignore Opponent button, which is amazing. But anyway, we've got a game here against this guy, and by the looks of it, Gallade can just sweep it because it outspeeds his entire team outside of Delphox. So if I can get rid of that, I should be okay to go. I also have to make sure that Tyrantrum is not scarfed. So Steelix is actually a really safe lead because it deals with most of his team easily, and I can get up my Stealth Rocks and threaten that Hitmontop to come in and take, give me free switches like into Noivern, etc., etc. So let's see how that works out. The timer has been started already, but yeah, he ends up leading off with his Amoonguss. I should outspeed this, so I'm going to hit it up with a Taunt, I think, so it can't put me to sleep. Yeah, I should outspeed this. I remember they usually hit around 96 or 94 speed without any investment, so I have a light speed investment in this Steelix. As yeah, I can stop that, and then I can go for my Stealth Rocks. That first couple of turns just can't work out any better for me, I admit. I'm not sure why he'd bring in here. Maybe his Delphox. It's a bit risky. He might just bring in Hitmontop straight off the bat, which I'd perfectly be okay with. I have no reason to fear that at all, I believe. The Suspect Ladder is fun. I really do enjoy it. Just because you can get really high on the ladder for no work. And the most of the when I first started to play, I was using the team that Puddles A1 gave to me, and we used it in a live, and I used it in a session. I used that, and I got 13 wins on the trot, got myself to number 2 on the ladder, but then I lost a couple of games, and then I made this team, so I'm just starting off with this team now. Because I realized, my friend Petro, Phoenix Master 1, he told me that Gallade went down to RU. I was like, oh, gotta use it now. As he goes Kofag, I'm like, well, so what? I can just taunt this. And then I can make an appropriate switch out into into my Skuntank. Of course, Skuntank is a terrible Pokemon to have out against the Steel type because I don't have a Fire type attack on it. I was considering it, but I decided not to. But I suppose I explained that. I haven't recorded the team preview for this yet, as he ends up just going straight for the Shadow Ball. It doesn't do much damage to me. I could just stay in, but at the same time, I don't want to get this too weakened because it is my Tyranium switching. So what I'll do is go into my Skuntank, who is able to eat that attack up. And what I'm actually going to do now is double into my Ember, anticipating the Registeel to come in. I feel like it's an averagely safe play because the Cofagrigus won't be able to do much to me, and he doesn't want me going for like a Night Slash or something. He might be scared of that, and he'll switch out appropriately into either Hitmontop. Well, I don't think he'll switch into Hitmontop. I feel like Registeel is his best play, but we'll see. As I do make the switch out. He does switch. Yeah, he does go into Registeel. Nice, that works out perfectly for me. Now what I can do is just go for the Flare Blitz. It's a 2-hit carry to Delphox, and the Tyranium won't appreciate it. And he has no real resistances. Well, I say that because his 2 resistances are very offensive. So I should be able to do a lot of damage to them. And there's not enough Oko, and he might just hit me with a T-Wave because he's a scum. But we'll see. We'll definitely see about that. I don't think he'll want to take any unnecessary damage though, because I have a Noivern, and Noivern's Draco just bops his team. Yeah, he has to keep this healthy. He has to switch out here. I don't see any reason for him to stay in. Yeah. Put myself in a decent position, which is always nice. This is the problem without me not recording the team preview. So this thing's going to get absolutely mullered. I did a lot. I don't want him to be scarfed, and if he is scarfed, he'll go for the Psychic type attack. So I'm just going to go to my Skuntank, just to play it safe. Cannot risk a scarfed Delphox. But if the Delphox does turn out to be scarfed, no, I can't risk my Ember. Let's make an averagely safe switch out to my Skuntank. Yeah, like I was saying, the problem with me recording team preview in post is I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but I feel like I'm going to talk about the suspect a lot, so I don't want to say something here and make it be like hypocritical. As he actually just goes straight for the Spec's life or playing pro, he would have died. Great. That's perfectly fine. I'm just going to go into my Ember again. I might just go for the Superpower. No, because that's a free switch into Cofagrigus or Amoonguss. You know, I had to play it safe, and unfortunately it didn't work out in my favour. I ended up making a good play predicting it. But whatever, it's fine. He might imagine if he predicts me not to be scarfed and then goes out into a Pokemon to take a Sucker Punch and gets hit up. Like, I don't know, like into his Hitmontop or something. Like saving his Delphox with 1 left life. This fucking hell, words did not come out of my mouth then. 1 more life or Flamethrower Blaze boosted, but no. He just lets it die. So that's unfortunate, it really is. I didn't. That might mean that he's Tyranium Scar, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. But at the same time, I do have Steelix, and if he is Scarfed, he isn't going to be doing too much damage to me, especially because I'm Mega Evolved. I have like base 230 defense, I think. Might be 250. 230, yeah, I was right. So he's going to bring in this Hitmontop. I'm just going to go out into my Noivern. Or I could make a switch into Rotom. Yeah, I'm going to go into Rotom because not much on his team appreciates a Will-O-Wisp. And I feel like getting the residual damage on the go is a lot more important. Especially if he brings in something like Registeel. Yeah, and if he spins, it's not a huge deal because the one thing on his team that's relatively weak to him is dead. So, I mean, that takes 6%. I think Tyranium takes 6%. Hitmontop resists it. So, honestly, rocks aren't that important to me anymore. Oh god, he just hit me. Holy shit. What is that? I assume I'm faster though. I don't anticipate Hitmontop, especially if it's Intimidate, having much in speed investment. Is he Assault Vest? He might be Assault Vest, that makes sense. But yeah, let's just go for the Will-O-Wisp. I kind of wish it was Leftovers, so I could see he was faster just by the Leftovers recovery, but oh well. I don't really have a switch in anyway. As I am fast, and I do hit the fucking Will-O-Wisp. That's cool. I'm gonna double Wisp, expecting his switch out to either Amoonguss or Registeel. That's gotta be my better play, because I don't think he'll stay in, really. Like, I don't see his point, because he's obviously a Soul Vest at this point, I believe. Just because he's either leftovers or a Soul Vest, and because he's not leftovers, he has to be a Soul Vest. I don't, and not Lumberry, so I have no idea what other item he'd be running. Of course not. Well, see, I didn't kill, and it wouldn't have killed. But whatever. Let's get all my health back. I'm just gonna Volt Switch out. My right arm's weakened, but I do have Pain Split, so it's not a huge deal. Let's go Noivern. As I should be able to eat up the attack. Problem is, if Noivern is in, I don't want Tyrantrum coming in for free. So what I'm going to do is actually make a switch out into my Steelix. I feel like that's a decent play because he might have Stone Edge as well, and I don't want Noivern taking any unnecessary damage, so I'm just going to go into my Steelix. I'll get predicted. I'm going to taunt this. His team just loses to taunt. Steelix, go! So amazing. But once Tyrantrum is weakened or gone, I just come in with Glade and click the win button. Well, Cophagricus maybe can have a +2 knockoff, but I do have Lumberry, so I can potentially get up to +4 against it, and then it can't live a knockoff for sure. Because I'm a Gallade after all. Gallade is pretty strong. Nice Iron Head, bro. You're faster than me? Oh, obviously. I'm terrible. I'm just gonna Earthquake. I don't know why I didn't just sack his Hitmontop then. To get a free switch into something. That was a crit. I did 80%. That means he's going to do like 5 or 6% next time. Probably 5%. And Earthquake will do a solid 60%. So it's, I'm not sure what he's doing here. Does he? Yeah, I was going to say, does he want to lose his his Ready Steel? No, I did a lot. I'm going to go for another Earthquake. I'll put him down to a range where another Earthquake will kill him, and then I'll weaken Cophagricus enough, so just weakening all them threats. Obviously, I'm somewhat weakening my Steelix, but I think if he Scarfed Tyrantrum, I can deal with it at this point. Unless he's Outrage. We'll see. Yeah, nice. So I can actually finish off the Cophagricus here, which is cool. I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake. I see no reason not to. You won't be able to hear that. The random pause. There's a nice beep out somewhere else. I'm not sure what it is. It's a secret. No, I have no idea. Damn, I'm weakening his team, but Tyrantrum is looking like a bit of a threat, you know? Noivern might still outspeed it if he's adamant. Oh! Oh my god, he's on balloon. He's on a balloon. Holy shit. Oh. Okay. Great series of plays? What? I'm gonna set my rocks because this Hitmontop's gonna annoy me. I don't want to, because if it switches in, it gets an Intimidate, and that's something that I don't want. But now that I know that his Tyrantrum's on the balloon, because he switched it in like that, I can actually win with Gallade. Let me just guarantee that I can kill Ready Steel, because I think I can. I'm not bulky swords, that's what it'll do. +2 Charlie. It's a roll, but we'll see. How much is that Ready Steel at? Oh, after rocks it won't be a roll. Cool. So I'm just gonna heavy slam this. I'm just gonna sack my Steelix here. Yeah, it makes the most sense to me. And his Hitmontop goes down, so I can actually win on this Amoonguss with my Gallade, which is huge. Well, not huge, it's just really good. Good to see you getting the sweep in its first game. Holy crap, they did a lot. And he went for the Giga Drain, as opposed to a good move. So that's nice. I can just hit him up with another heavy slam. I feel like now he'll sack him on top. No, why does he keep making the play into into Registeel, just putting it in range of death, which is so amazing. He's the acrobat to his own descent. I don't know what the term would be. That's a terrible term. This is fun. Just slowly dismantling the team bit by bit, knowing what sets he is, and just taking advantage of it. I got rid of the one threat, the one thing that outsped me, and now I just need to clean up Baron Hacks. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Still in range, my friend, and now you're slower. Good play. Well, I hope he's slower. Well, I have a lot of investments, so he should be slower. So, 10 out of 10 play, my friend. He could have gone into like... I don't know, he probably could have just stayed in with Amoonguss, because he would have killed me. And also he gets regenerated, and he could have just sat his him on top, you know? That would have been a better play. Get regenerate on the go, and then he'd be fantastic. But that does give me a free sword stance, but whatever. Right, so... I bet he wasn't anticipating me to be max special attack. No! No, that's a lie. I bet he was not anticipating me to be max attack. Adam in nature. So, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Disgusting. Yeah. He has nothing to beat me. Here's the Tyrantrum. The Lord himself. Tyrantrum. Neutral. Okay, I can't kill him yet. That's fine. I just need a free opportunity to set up. Firefang. I suppose this one can just come in and drop a Draco. Oh, well. Gonna bring an Ember. I'm actually gonna click Flare Blitz, I think. Because at this point, I don't even need a Sword Stance to win. I just need to weaken him to the point where Glade Strain Punch will kill him. Makes sense. And I want Glade to win. I want it to win for me. Any scenario now, I can win, I think. I mean, I could just win with Ember as well, but I'd rather just click Flare Blitz and be happy about it. Yeah, so he can't bring Carphagus or Amoonguss. He could go into Amoonguss, sack Carphagus, and then go into Tyrantrum to get his Amoonguss regenerator on the go, but that won't help against us. Yeah. Damn it, he forfeited. Ah! But you guys could see what was going to happen, and I think I played it relatively well, so that was cool. That was awesome. Let's get... I have to wait. Fuck that, I'll just get another game then. We'll get one more, maybe two. I don't know, it depends how long. The team preview will probably be quite lengthy because of the fact that it's the suspect, and I like to explain my things. Okay, cool. Let me cancel that real quick then, if I've got my points. And then look for a game. That should work. But I think I'll pause until we get one, because it's going to take a while to get a game, I believe. Because, you know, Showdown. Even in the suspect, no one will play Are-You? So I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're on here against Bjork. That's still loading my ladder points. It's fucking ridiculous. But okay. Glade does a lot of work. Really does a lot of work. Just had to get rid of Houndoom, Hitmonlee, really, and I should be alright. Alright. Can I do it for my Steelix? Because I do have the Sturdy in case he wants to off with his Houndoom. And if I can get rid of that turn one, that'd be great. If he leads up with it, of course. Otherwise, I can get up my Stealth Rocks against most things. Combine's a bit of a threat, but I do have Scarfed Ember, and that's the reason I have that on the team. Actually, Scarfed Ember does a lot of work. Because Superpower hits 3 of his members super effectively. It'll probably Oko Hitmonlee, because Hitmonlee doesn't have the best physical defense. And his other 2 Pokemon, Reuniclus, won't appreciate a Flare Blitz, and Tangrowth will just get barked by a Flare Blitz. So, cool stuff. It actually leads up with that thing. I don't think he'll be Trick Room. I'm just going to get my Stealth Rocks because it helps against his... Yeah, boy. Oh wait, I'll outspeed him. I was thinking, oh shit, I'm not especially defensive. But I don't have a switch in, so it's like, whatever. Oh, do I have a... as Skunk Tank, but he has a couple of things that can switch. He has Kabalion, which is basically a counter, so I don't really want to play that a few turns in. Skunk Tank's worthless. Honestly, I might just replace it with like a Togetic or something. But yeah, I lived. Nice. Just gonna drop a Heavy Slam then in that case. Weaken this Reuniclus for Gallade. I can see that happening. See it being nice as well. And really, it's Hitmonlee. Can't really get an opportunity to spin against anything outside of my Skunk Tank. But I'm not going to be bringing in my Skunk Tank at all. And if I do, I'm going to be double switching every time with it. Because in this game, it is doing nothing outside of this Reuniclus. But I have ways to get rid of it. I only had Skunk Tank on here for defog. so it can be replaced, I would think. Miss! Oh, yeah, for Shadow Ball. That's fine then. I might just bring in the Lord himself right now. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Gallade. Because, I don't know, Knockoff is a universally good move. And it will kill this Reuniclus. And I definitely outspeed it. But I outspeed it with every single Pokemon on my team, but because Stilix is my slowest. So let me just click Knockoff here, and I'll be happy. Obviously, it's kind of predictable. He could make a Lord play out into his Kabalion, but I don't think he will. I mean, if he does, I'm so screwed. Although if he's leftovers, I don't think he can kill my Noivern with one Iron Head. I think. Actually, Noivern does a lot of work. Just get rid of Tyrantrum and I win with Air Slash. Sweet. Okay, he goes into Tangrowth. That's fine with me. As I get rid of its leftovers. Nice. I'm going to bring in my Skunk Tank here as a pivot into Emboar. I just don't want my Emboar being hit up with a Sleep Powder. Nice, and now I can bring in my Emboar. Expecting a switch out. Make the play! There we go. Bop. Bop. Nice. It's got a superpower. I don't think he'll be scarred. Yeah, I haven't been seeing Scarf Tyrantrum. I've been seeing Bandit and I've been seeing Air Balloon. I've been seeing Dragon Dance. Scarf hasn't been that popular. I think Noivern's still outspeeds it. No, because Noivern hits 379. Oh, he's Scarfed, but I lived and he's dead now. Sweet. So there's the Threat Gun. There goes Scarf Tyrantrum, which would have beat my Gallade, and it would have beat my Noivern. So now that Tyrantrum's gone, that's the win condition for my Noivern. That's that fulfilled. So that's huge. It's a really good thing. Sorry about that. I don't know what he'll bring in here. Tangrowth? Really not sure. Maybe Reuniclus, because it could definitely live a superpower. But fucking words are so difficult nowadays. But because he hasn't seen that I'm not Choice Scarf, because his Tyrantrum has been naturally, he might not know that I'm Scarfed. He could think I'm Banded, maybe. As he actually brings in the Hitmonlee. He could have Fake Out here. Yeah, it would have. Maybe those accuracy issues as well. Okay, now what's he going to do with this? Is he Fake Out, or is he just going to Mat Punch me? Noivern's nice either way. Yeah, because I could definitely save this Emboar. I feel like it's nice just to get a Flare Blitz off against something or a superpower. Yeah, he actually just clicked Mat Punch. That's cool for me. I just Air Slash. Hopefully he's not Assault Vest. And hopefully he doesn't live. Because I remember there's a few times that we saw Hitmonlee living a Hurricane from Mega Pidgeot back in the Mega Pidgeot era because of Assault Vest. I actually ran it once, I believe, with Cody. He said that was the last one. Once we did the calc, once we put the investment in, it was Just amazing what it did. Living the hurricane, just bopping him with a high jump kick. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Of course, you're playing with confusion, but whatever. Looking back on it, fake out would probably have been better. He is Assault Vest. Flinch. That won't kill. Nice. Fucking Assault Vest Hitmonlee. What is it doing here? Not needed. When there's so many checks to Noivern about. Most steel types, Aromatisse is a really good check / counter Togetic. So many things for it. Noivern's not that broken. It's just why is there a gimmick here? And any ice type attack will just obliterate this thing into oblivion. But whatever, rant over. That Houndoom's looking like a problem because I'm in Sucker Punch range. Sucker Punch is about 60%, so I thought I was gonna miss it. Whatever. I suppose I have mine. No, I'm asleep. Can Gallade live a? Gallade has good special defense. Yeah, base 115. I need Houndoom's counts up. Oh, I can eat up the attacks. That's fine. I'm not really bothered then. Oh, he's a regenerator. Interesting. I'm just going to Air Slash again. Actually, is that a good play? Yeah, it's Air Slash. That was not a good play. I'm Choice Specs! That did 23%! Whatever. Just going to set up a sword stance here. That was a Choice Specs. Is he Assault Vest as well? I believe it now. I actually believe that is Assault Vest. What's the... is it calm? Yeah. How much did I do? 24%? 23? Yeah, he's Assault Vest. Fucking hell. That's so weird. Let's go for Zen Headbutt first. Actually, Drain Punch hits more of his team. Oh wait, it's my overcount. So ridiculous. Well, I don't know what is in that case. Oh, come on, I clicked. Oh, whatever. That's alright, I'm doing enough damage, I win this war. Because I get more HP back than him. Definitely beat this 1v1. And because I have a sleeping Pokemon, can't put me to sleep. Sweet! As he actually goes into his Reuniclus to eat this up. Nice. And puts me back at full. That's nice. Cool. I think I actually sweep her. Because if he flinches me with like Iron Head or something, I get +1 speed. Which is huge. This is going to be awesome. I'm really confused about this Reuniclus set though. So that's... I wouldn't understand if it was AV. I just wouldn't. I cannot comprehend what's been happening here. Noivern is not that much of a problem. Okay, actually brings in Cobalion and Saxon. Yeah, I win. Nice, GG. GG, Gallade. It's all over. It's all over. Gallade picking up the win. Awesome. I think I'm actually going to call it there for this first one. Obviously, I'm going to do more of these suspect videos. As I have done in the past, I usually upload 2. So this was the first one using Gallade. Welcome back, Gallade. 1333. So what does that put me in terms of coil? This is the easiest way without messing up my dimensions. 2238. You actually need 2800 coil. So I'm not actually that far away. So that's not too bad. Nice. Has anyone made it yet? It's 2600. I don't think I can see a 2800. That's to be expected. It's a lot further because there was a lot more people that did the last IU suspect test in comparison to previous time, so they buffed it up to OU standards. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this live, leave a like rating, comment. Did I say that? Leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe. I've been JohnOrigins, and I'm out. So peace.